Is this a $300 gimmick, or is this gonna make my life a whole lot easier? I'm gonna find out, and you can join me today in this video as I unbox and test this Apisolis vaporizer in place of my bee smoker. Join me today. I'm gonna go ahead and puff these hanging beards out here in the heat. See what it does for them. All right, so here I am. I'm gonna unbox this. Haven't even opened it yet. I'm gonna let you walk with me as I set this up today, get it started and test it out, and then I'm going to take it out to the bee yard. And I'm gonna try it on one of my most ornery hives. I've seen a lot of reviews of this, but I'm doing my own review because I don't see very many reviews that actually say, does this work good with bees? Now here's my situation. I don't use smoke very often in my beehives. Most of my bees are gentle enough to where I rarely have to use any smoke at all. And so I don't usually light a smoker when I'm going out and working my bees unless I've got a full day's work. What often happens to me is that I'm out in the bee yard and I have one or two hives that gets a little bit ornery, and then I don't have a smoker because I didn't need it for the rest of my hives. And so I'm out there and I don't have a smoker, and so I've got to make a choice. Do I just suffer through this hive, maybe get lit up a few times by the bees, or do I stop, go back, light a smoker, get a smoker going, and come back and do this hive? So I'm hoping that this is going to help solve my little problem, because like I say, I don't need a smoker on most of my hives, but if I could just have a little bit of smoke, or in this case vapor, when I needed it, oh, that would be amazing. That would be great. And so I'm gonna test this out and see if it works on my bees, and if it does, then this might be all that I use going forward, because I don't have that many beehives that I actually have to smoke in order to work the hives. So let's start by unboxing it and checking it out. First of all, I bought this myself. This is not a free product that was sent to me to review. I'm not being paid to review this. This is my honest review of this product. Second thing I want to say about it is it's not cheap. It's 300 bucks. I got it here in a few days. Let's unbox it and see what it looks like. So this is the vaporizing fluid that comes with. In here, we've got our extra resistors. From what I've read online, these last about 8 to 12 months normal use. So these are some extras that are included in it. Registration card, then the owner's manual, our charger cord, because this is a rechargeable battery inside of this, and then the actual unit itself. I will go ahead and take off these restraining clamps, and we're just gonna walk through this. Step number one is filling the tank. So here is the tank, and we'll open up our little proprietary secret liquid, whatever it might be here. Fill it up according to the direction, up to the level of these little bars that are inside of it. There's proprietary liquid all over the place because the cap just came off. There goes all of my proprietary liquid. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have one thing full. So I'm not real happy about this situation. This cap was not on very good, and I just wasted a whole thing of liquid here. So there you go. This next step is preparing the resistor, and so we'll go ahead and do that now. I'll show a close-up of this as well, but basically what we're going to do is put a few drops on this little cotton that is in here. The next step, it says, is to put the resistor into this little silicone sleeve. Place the resistor, soak for 5 minutes, so looks easy enough. And then I'm going to take and slide this in here. And that goes in there very easily. So that seemed like that was pretty easy to do. Snaps right in. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this charging cable in, discharge for a little bit, and then I'll be back. I got back from cutting grass and got this charged up a little bit, and I'll show you a couple more things about it that you should be aware of. It needs to be, when it's not in use, you store it upside down like this, and to activate it, you'll actually squeeze the bellows 3 times. Squeezing the bellows has nothing to do with the air. There's actually a magnetic connection in here, and that when you squeeze it 3 times, that indicates to the circuit board that you're ready to use it. So watch, you'll listen and you'll hear it beep after I do 3 times. You gotta go all the way in to make the connection. So there's 1, 2. Okay, so there you go, we heard the beep, and now we'll puff it. And we're working great. And then to turn it off, we simply turn it over, hold it for 3 seconds, and when you hear that beep, that means it is off and is all ready to be stored until you're ready to use it again. So this kind of concludes part 1. So far, everything looks like it's pretty simple and pretty usable, but the real question is how does it work on my bees? So we're gonna find out whether the vapor actually works well on the bees enough to keep them calm enough while I'm working the hive, especially a couple of my more difficult hives. And I guess I should say, even my more difficult hives on a scale of 1 to 10 only top out at around a 6 in my opinion. I've had bees that are certainly a lot worse. So even my more rough, more difficult hives are not as difficult as some people's hives are. But again, for me, most of my hives are 2s and 3s, and so if I can have this handy for when I work my 5 and 6 hives, then that would be a great thing. So let's see how it works.
All right, I'm at a couple beehives here. Let's try out this Apisolis smokeless smoker or vaporizer, however you want to call it. See how it works on the bees. I'm going to give you some close-ups so you can kind of see how it affects the bees. This first hive here is a little bit more, one of my more feisty hives. So let's see how this works. Appears to have a pretty good effect on them. And definitely have reacted to its presence. I'm gonna go ahead and puff these hanging beards out here in the heat. See what it does for them. The bees appear to be heading back into the hive, taking cover. So generally this hive is a little bit more feisty, so this looks like a pretty good result for me for first test. It said this does tend to be one of my slightly more aggressive hives, not that aggressive, but of the hives I've got. So this will be interesting to see how they do with this smoke, as it keeps them calm so that I can get inside of the hive here. And got a nice, beautiful frame of brood here. Queen is still laying really good. I'm gonna go ahead and try it on a second hive here. This is one of my more irritable hives. It did good on my first hive. I was pleased with it. The convenience is really the main thing. I can't say it works better than the smoke. Maybe it works just a little bit less well than the smoke does, but the convenience is just unparalleled. So let's try it on the second hive and see how it does. Seems to be sending the bees down below. Definitely reacting well to it. Yeah, it definitely sends the bees down below. Like, that's very evident here to me that these bees are definitely reacting to this vapor, so that's very good. Got this old strip here. I just need to finish my inspection here real quick. So overall, I'm pleased with it. This first initial test, I'll continue to use it in the bee yard, maybe give an update in a few months, but I definitely can see its potential, and I think it's something I'm gonna keep around. So I don't think I definitely put it in the category of gimmick. I have bought a lot of bee gimmicks, unfortunately, in my life, and I don't think this is one of them. I think this is going to be useful in my bee yard, so I'm looking forward to using it.
I've been using my Apisolis bee smoker for about a month now. I just want to give you a quick update on my opinion of it. First of all, I love it. I love the handiness. I love the convenience. I love the fact that I don't have to light a smoker or relight a smoker or go find smoker fuel. And for most situations, it's more than sufficient. I will say that I find that the vapor that it emits is, I would say in my estimation, about 70% to 80% as effective as smoke. So it's not as effective as smoke, but in most situations, it's all that I need. Some situations, the bees are especially mean. It's August right now. I have a couple of hives that are a little bit spicy, shall we say, and being in August, they're a little bit extra spicy. So there's been a couple situations where I said, I wish this was a little bit stronger effectiveness on the bees, but for the most part, this is a keeper. I'm definitely going to be using this consistently and using my smoke on rare occasions. Really like this thing and been very pleased with it. So if you're considering it, that's just kind of my feedback, and hope this helps you. God bless. This is Ray from Honey Top Bees. I just want to encourage you, would you mind doing me a favor and like my channel and also subscribe to my channel? My channel is rather new, although I've been beekeeping for a while, and so I could use every like and subscribe I could get. So I appreciate you helping me out a little bit. And I'm going to continue to make videos to encourage you in your beekeeping journey.